Yesterday was actually a good day for the market. It's the first time in a while we have reacted very positively to good news. Shib bounced back within structure. And what's interesting here is that we may have just seen a double bottom in terms of Shiba Inu, but also a double bottom for altcoins in general. We're going to talk about that. And actually, I think that this next move is going to catch a lot of people flat-footed. And I want to do something a little bit different, have a little bit of fun later on in this video. So make sure you stick around for that. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So we saw Shib get a little bit bouncy, a little bit antsy yesterday. And we had a nice little surge actually back above trend. We broke 4014. And this came off of the PCE report, which did come back positive, showed some very promising signs that we're heading towards quantitative easing, which, is a very good sign in general. And Shib is showing a lot of strength, surprisingly, in these charts. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Just when ETH continues to crap the bed day after day after day, it's impressive what Shiba Inu is doing. I mean, take a look at the last 6 days, for example. When we look at Ethereum, it's currently down about 23%. In that same time frame, Shib should be down a lot lower because ERC20s tend to get pushed around by Ethereum. Guys, Shib's down like 12%. It's doing incredibly well at this time. And in fact, we're seeing strong moves versus Ethereum. Well, what I'm really liking that I'm seeing here is, look at this. We were saying higher low, right? Higher high. So we're slowly but surely getting back on trend. And once Shib gets back up to these levels of about the 6,400 level versus ETH, that's a very strong sign for Shiba Inu. I'm not ready to call it and say, oh, this is the moment where we're mooning yet or anything like that. But we did have some very important signs across the crypto market yesterday. Again, what we may have seen is a double bottom in terms of Shib. But in fact, I talked about this in my ADA video yesterday as well. We may have just seen a double bottom in terms of altcoins in general, all assets outside of BTC and Ethereum. So these are some very strong signs for the crypto market. It's starting to feel like things are shifting just a little bit. And that brings me to this. I have a feeling that we're going to get a lot of people that are caught flat-footed, that get complacent, that end up just kind of getting, complacent, getting lulled into complacency, and they end up missing out on this next surge to the upside. Because here's the problem. When ETH starts making this aggressive rebound back up to some of these ranges, what do we think that's going to do for Shib? It's going to make Shib move in a very abrupt, aggressive way. Because what we have seen is accumulation. We see Shib momentum and pressure just building under this trend. It wants to break this so bad. And all it needs is that little push. And then we're going to be starting to talk about ranges of, 4018, 4020 through 24. I mean, that can happen in an instant. And what I thought was kind of interesting here was this concept of the last chance to buy Shiba Inu cheap. Now, why I'm bringing this up is there is a hater that has been trying to dog me here on the channel for quite some time. In fact, they started their own channel and they're trying to basically talk crap. And that's fine if they want to do that, whatever. Doesn't bother me any. But what they talk about is all these different last chance videos I've done, all these different last chances to buy Shiba Inu cheap. And yeah, there are times where it is your last chance to accumulate cheap. And so what I thought I would do is I would plot out all these different times that we talked about last chance to buy cheap Shiba Inu, last chance below 401, right? All these 7 videos, and I did it on the Shiba Inu charts. And what I found was that of these 7 videos, 5 of them actually were at prices lower than here. Of these 7 videos, 5 of them actually led to pumps in price. All right. So just taking a look back at some of these, and I'll get to the point of this in just a moment. But what we actually saw here was very first one was all the way back here in February of 2023. We know what happened in February of 2023 through March. We saw Voyager dumping trillions of Shiba Inu that pushed price down. But then we talked about the last chance all the way back here. And then we saw price run about 50%. Last chance here, last chance here, last chance here. We saw price as an aggregate, we'll say run up about 48% or so. Was making calls back here as well, right before Shiba Inu went on this massive surge to the upside. And again, the hater can check that out if they want. But here's the thing. Even some of these most recent ones, the only thing that's pushed us down, anytime I've made one of these videos, black swan events, right? Black swan event, black swan event, black swan event, tariff news, right? And even this most recent one, we're down about 13%. But the problem is, you can get pissed and lulled into complacency and say, oh, you're wrong. By the way, batting 700, that's pretty good. By the way, The problem is you get lulled into complacency thinking that, oh yeah, Shib's just going to keep dropping. And like it says at the end of his video right here, oh yeah, Shib is down on the week. Oops. Shib is down on the week, the 3 month, the 5 year. And that's not true, actually. Shiba Inu's up still hundreds of thousands of percent since its launch. But the problem is you get lulled into this, and then Shib does one of those, and then you just get caught looking not very smart. Now, again, this wasn't to necessarily call this person out, maybe just a little bit. But the reason I wanted to make this video is so many people are approaching these times the wrong way. They're just sitting and complaining about the price drops. Oh, why aren't things going up? But then they're kicking themselves when prices are in completely different zip codes. I've seen it time and time again. I've been covering Shiba Inu now for going on 3 years. And in that time frame, I've seen Shiba Inu do some pretty wild things. Massive movements to the upside, leaving people behind, people wishing they had accumulated back when it was 5-0 something like we heavily did here on the channel. So don't get lulled into complacency. Don't be bitter. Understand that these are huge opportunities. Right now, this suppression that we're seeing across the market, the manipulation, while it sucks, it's a gift. All right? Because your future self will be thanking you for taking advantage when prices were that cheap. Again, now none of this is a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. But here's the thing. We have yet to see mass adoption. We are still here so early in the crypto market, and you have to ask yourself, what are the masses going to be flowing to? History has shown us that Shiba Inu is one of the most benefited assets by new capital coming into the space. It has some of the largest optics in the crypto market. It's available on every single exchange. It's the cheapest asset in the top 20. That, my friends, is a recipe for big adoption. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.